So John Hooper, Pinnacle Sports in Newport and West Lebanon. Kind of an interesting story how we got going 12 years ago at this point. Was really into tournament bass fishing with my dad and loaded my family up, went for a fairly long drive, went to a store, and while I was in there, I watched a guy come in with his little son, and he saw a flyer for some fishing tournaments, and just watching that interaction, it was something really cool to see about that. He didn't have a great experience there. I'll leave it at that. He was kind of told that tournaments aren't for families. They're not for a father with his little kid. I watched a guy going from the best day of his life to maybe the worst. There had to be a better way. I didn't end up buying anything. I went back out to the car, told my wife that if I ever get a chance, we're going to open a shop and it'll be very family friendly, and I want to help provide for experiences like that guy was trying to get that day. Fast forward, not too long after that, an opportunity came up to put a fishing store in. We've come a long ways, got a lot of stuff, and we diversified into hunting gear, firearms, now archery. It's always been kind of a crawl, walk approach. Didn't want to get into anything that I didn't know about, so we did fishing. And after we felt like we had a lot of good products and a bit of a following with the fishing stuff, we had so much demand because we started in Newport, New Hampshire, a home of where Ruger is. A lot of people were into firearms, a lot of people into hunting. I think our very first customer came into our fishing shop and said, "Where are the guns?" And the second customer said, "Okay, great fishing shop. Where are the guns at?" So we had to figure out how to do guns if we wanted to stay relevant and stay in business. Didn't know a ton about guns, so I decided it was time to educate myself. Took a lot of courses, all sorts of different events and classes, got our license to be able to do business in firearms. That experience led me to the realization that I wasn't really qualified enough to teach people about guns. I had to spend a lot of time learning. Didn't want someone to come in and buy their first firearm if I didn't know how to tell them to be safe with it, how to take care of it. Right out of the gate, we decided that training needed to be a big part of what we were going to do. Me not being qualified, that started me on the quest to find the right people to be part of this business. And who better than law enforcement? We got involved with our local law enforcement very early, had them help us design a course, took notes from all the courses that I had been to, and said, what did I like about this one? What did I think was missing? That kind of developed our training side of things. And as we felt more comfortable with firearms and hunting, we were able to bring in more products. That kind of led us to where we are today. A lot of products that we're very comfortable and familiar with using ourselves. We can help people have a great experience with them. We're really kind of a first who and then what company. Who did we know that could help us open a second store? When we opened our West Lebanon store, we knew of a guy who could help us up here. Just so happens he is the best there is when it comes to archery. So we said, now that we have an expert on the team, we could do archery. So that's where archery came in our West Leb location. So we have a shooting range up there for bows. We do gunsmithing. We do the whole 9 yards. But it really is about who we have on the team, and that's if we're really good at doing things or explaining things, then we can have those products in the store and people can come in and have a great experience with those products. So whether it's fishing equipment, training, archery, firearms, hunting gear, a little bit of camping stuff mixed in. If it's here, it's because we know about it, we know how to use it, and we're passionate about it. It's come a long ways in 12 years. Really looking forward to going another 12 or 120 years and continuing to grow the business. But it all started back when just seeing a potential for a family to do things together, outdoors. I want to be able to share those experiences with my kids. It didn't exist when we started in our area. That's why we did it, and that's why we're here. Really looking forward to sharing that passion with you and helping you have success with your family and with the outdoors.